So this is something I'm very excited to share with you, in the sense of a lot of folks out there ask me, who are the best scientists? Who should we be looking to for information? And one of the challenges is it's coming from everywhere. But I want to point out to folks and to the media, take a look at the Harvard Business Review study released late last week. It was an article looking, and the chief author was Gary Pisano. And I found it fascinating because in the middle of making history and such a rapidly evolving response, it's really hard to do what we were able to do, the governor, and look at, the influenza outbreak of 1918. If you remember, we talked a lot about being St. Louis and not Philadelphia, although we love both cities equally. But it was the difference of 2 weeks and the responses that were taken that made a huge change in the trajectory of the outcomes for those cities. So this Harvard Business Review study is looking at everything we've looked at today, but then focusing in on Italy. And in a sense, even in the history that we're making now, you can look at 2 different regions of Italy. So even within, something that looks very much like the outbreak and pandemic we're dealing with here in the United States, even in this short period of time, they could see a difference in the responses of Lombardy and Veneto, the 2 different regions pictured here. And I want to say a couple things from this article. First of all, there's a lot of blaming and finger pointing going on right now. And as I've said often, you have to fight the war with what you've got. We're in the situation we're in, we have the testing we have, and certainly there'll be a lot of postmortem. But it's really important to understand that there are very complex reasons, far beyond any one president or any one person, that has led to what is almost a perfect storm of this enemy we're facing in this virus. And an interesting line from the article, Governor, was that this virus is faster than any bureaucracy. I think Lieutenant Governor is laughing too. Everything we're building and doing, including what we're doing with our healthcare system in Ohio right now, it's almost miraculous. The science we're doing as quickly as we can is really miraculous. But the fact is, it's really a lot of things that will be dissected for history books to come. But what I felt good about from this article is that I feel that Ohio has made the decisive moves it made at the right time. And it talked a lot about learning. You have to learn quickly, and you have to be able to take in a ton of scientific information, a ton of advice, and then make some really hard decisions. But the ability to do that and not have a bias, we all have biases. We all have biases based on the way we've interacted with the world prior to the day we're in. And it's really hard to set those aside and open yourself up to such rapid fire information and then be able to pluck the best things. And that's what this article is saying. So the moves we've made so far and to continue the social distancing that we're doing is important. But it's also some of the response phase we're in now. We are working very hard to maximize the healthcare capacity part, but we rely on everyone staying steady with the social distancing. But the way they did their response was a little different, so I advise you to take a look at this, and it already has shown that in one area, Veneto, they were able to have a significant decrease in their deaths, in their cases, and in their spread based on some policy differences they made. So that's fascinating reading. I advise you all to look on it, and I will be using it to sort of shape the response we're building. We are building 2 types of response, a healthcare system surge response, but we'll also be talking to you more in days to come about our community-based response, about the 80% of us in the outpatient area, and how we are gonna, once we have the testing, wrap our arms around the rest of us. And all of that will get us out of this faster, get us back to work faster.